Great, thank you so much. So I think I have some slides coming up in a second, but our office is on campus to help students with disabilities. And our mission is to provide support services for students that have disabilities of all kinds to ensure that they have equal access to academics on campus. That's our main focus. The Office for Disability Services is on the academic issues. However, we do coordinate with other offices on campus for things like housing and dietary restrictions and that kind of thing as well. We, in addition to making sure that the academic, that students have equal access to the academics, we are also the resource for issues surrounding disabilities, and we house the documentation on disabilities for the campus. So that's for even if you're not seeking academic accommodations. In terms of the students that we serve as I said, students with all kinds of disabilities. Generally, they fall into 5 different classifications: physical disabilities, sensory disabilities, learning disabilities, and that includes ADHD, neurological disabilities, including TBI and concussion, as well as mental health issues. And so that's a wide variety of disabilities that we serve. In terms of our contact information, the Office of Student Disabilities is located at 804 University Avenue. We're on the 3rd floor. For those familiar with the campus, it's right across from the Sheridan. And we have a website that has a lot of the information that I'm presenting today. The website is www.disabilityservices.syr.edu. And I think the slides also have the fax number and the telephone number. Let me just give you an overview of what our office looks like in terms of staffing. We have a new director in our office that looks at the sort of overall avenue that our office is going. And then we have 5 counselors that are part of the staff there. I'm one of the counselors. And the counselors are the ones that meet individually with students to talk about what accommodations are appropriate. They review the documentation to support the disability. And they will also coordinate with the student with faculty members as well to make sure those accommodations are being met. We have 2 coordinators for alternate format. Those are for those individuals that need alternate format other than print, so Braille, audiobooks, that kind of thing. And we have an exam administrator. We administer thousands of exams a year for all those students who require extra time on their exams, as well as private locations. And then we have administrative staff and graduate students, workers, which are invaluable for our office because they're the ones that generally do things like upload notes and scan text that we need to change into electronic format and that kind of thing. You know, the process to getting accommodation are several steps, and I just want to go quickly through those steps. So the first thing that you want to do if you are a student here at Syracuse is to self-identify with our office that you have a disability, and that you can call the main number. They will provide you with what's the appropriate documentation to support your disability. That's also on our website. It's divided by the type of disability that you are looking for documentation. So we have up on the website information for physical disabilities as well as learning disabilities, etc. Once you've provided that documentation, documentation, as I said, is housed in our office. It's confidential. It's not shared with other members of the community. You will meet with your counselor, and it's a process between you and the counselor to determine what academic accommodations are appropriate for you to, as I say, level the playing field based on your disability for the academic issues. And once those appropriate accommodations are determined, we write a letter. That letter is the letter that you as a student share with your faculty members. We are strongly encourage self-advocacy, so it's your responsibility to then have that conversation with the faculty about your disability. You can share as much or as little as you want, but you need to make them aware of the accommodations that are appropriate for you. And I think that's one of the most important things that we work with you to try to help you establish how it is best to do. In terms of the types of services and accommodations that we use, I mean, it's very, the disabilities vary from so extremely, but certainly we provide counseling. We help you determine those accommodations. Sometimes you meet with your counselor on a regular basis. Sometimes it's just once a semester. We do, as I said, do exam administration, extra time on exams, private locations, note-taking services, alternate format, help you provide assistant technology if that's appropriate. And then we coordinate things in terms of building and classroom accommodations if you require special furniture to be comfortable in the classroom setting, preferential seating, microphone, assisted technology in terms of auditory amplification, that kind of thing. And then we do things like priority snow removal for those that need that, because in Syracuse we certainly need to make sure the snow is cleared for those that have physical disabilities. It's a process sometimes, but we do as best we can. And we also do things like help you get accommodations if you choose to study abroad, and then we coordinate with others on campus for things like housing and transportation and parking, and if you have a service animal, work with you in terms of that as well. I think that's all I have to say. And you can contact our office. In terms of when you approach our office, generally it's after you have decided to come to Syracuse University. Although if you're interested in knowing what accommodations are available and you're thinking about applying, you certainly can talk to our office as well.